Hello Dub Nation, it's always a thrill to connect with you, especially as we're about to reveal the latest news that could shape the fate of our beloved Golden State Warriors. But before we dive into this whirlwind of information, let me make a friendly request. Show us some love by clicking the like button to strengthen our bond, and hey, if you are not subscribed yet, join our channel for a thrilling and emotional journey. Don't forget to turn on notifications to stay ahead of the game. Golden State Warriors maintain second-round strategy in ESPN's latest mock draft. The Golden State Warriors officially forfeited their first-round pick for 2024 to the Portland Trail Blazers on Sunday, meaning they won't enter the upcoming NBA draft until the end of the second round. Their top four protected picks predictably landed at 14th overall, leaving the Warriors with the 52nd overall pick in a draft that many experts consider weak. The latest ESPN mock draft has the Golden State Warriors selecting BYU guard Jackson Robinson with the 52nd overall pick. Following Sunday's lottery results, ESPN's Jonathan Givony and Jeremy Woo released their latest mock draft with all 58 picks. They had the Golden State Warriors taking Jackson Robinson from BYU, a 6 feet 7 inches forward who just completed his final year. Robinson had a moderate impact in his first two college seasons with the Texas A&M Aggies and the Arkansas Razorbacks. He averaged 2.1 points in 9.7 minutes during his freshman year, then 3.4 points in 10.2 minutes in his lone season with the Razorbacks. The 21-year-old had more impact in the last two seasons after transferring to BYU. He averaged 8.5 points, 2.9 rebounds, and 1.8 assists in 2022-23 before leading the Cougars in scoring this season with 14.2 points on 42.6% shooting and 35.4% from three-point range, along with 2.5 rebounds and 1.3 assists per game. Robinson entered the transfer portal but recently told ESPN that the draft remains his priority in hopes of realizing his NBA dream. NBADraft.net compares him to Pelicans forward Trey Murphy III, labeling Robinson as a long and athletic player with NBA-level athleticism. Late bloomer. Great shooter, among the top 3 shooters available in this year's draft. NBADraft.net has Robinson as the 37th pick in their latest mock draft, while Jonathan Wasserman of Bleacher Report has him at 46th overall, but Kevin O'Connor of The Ringer does not have him on the board. After hitting on the 57th overall pick, Tracy Jackson-Davis, last year, many mock drafts had the Golden State Warriors continuing their second-round draft strategy of selecting players with extensive college experience. Bleacher Report recently had the Warriors selecting 5-year college player and consecutive NCAA champion Tristan Newton, while fellow 5-year prospect Antonio Reeves and 4-year player PJ Hall were also mentioned as possibilities with the 52nd pick. Powerful Report adds to speculation over potential Warriors blockbuster trade. Kevin Durant's status with the Phoenix Suns has been a subject of speculation since their first-round playoff exit, with the Golden State Warriors emerging as a potential destination should the 35-year-old player be on the move again. Immediately following the scrape at the hands of the Minnesota Timberwolves, The Athletic reported that Durant was unhappy with his role in Phoenix under coach Frank Vogel. Since then, Vogel has been fired and replaced by former Milwaukee Bucks coach Mike Budenholzer, but uncertainty still looms over what Phoenix will do with their big three, Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. Kevin Durant labeled a problem for the Phoenix Suns amid speculation of a reunion with the Golden State Warriors. In an explosive segment on Monday's First Take, ESPN's Stephen A. Smith launched a scathing attack on the Suns, including an extensive report on Durant's alleged unhappiness within the franchise. Kevin Durant in Phoenix is a problem. It's a problem. We don't see it because the stats are there, but they say Kevin Durant is never happy. They say he went over a month without even speaking to the head coach. They say he doesn't seem happy there. Stephen A. Smith. Smith compared Durant's current behavior to his final season in the Bay Area, with the two-time Finals MVP getting into a heated argument with Draymond Green during a game against the LA Clippers in 2018. Durant left the Golden State for the Brooklyn Nets as a free agent in the 2019 offseason, although his lack of success since then has become a topic of discussion. The veteran forward has failed to return to the conference finals and has won only 2 playoff series, while Budenholzer will be his 7th coach during his time with the Nets and the Suns. Smith also suggested that the Suns should part ways with Durant, stating that the Los Angeles Lakers would make sense from a basketball standpoint. If the 14-time All-Star becomes available on the trade market in the coming months, the Warriors are expected to be heavily involved in discussions after recently being identified as the top option for Durant, according to Zach Buckley of Bleacher Report. Draymond Green takes aim at Jusuf Nurkic on Inside the NBA? Draymond Green is known to be somewhat of an antagonist throughout his NBA career, but one of his more recent rivalries is with Phoenix Suns center Jusuf Nurkic. While both players' teams are no longer in action at this stage of the season, Green used his platform on TNT's Inside the NBA to take a shot at Nurkic. Discussing the Suns, who were eliminated by the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round of the NBA playoffs, Green remarked that the Suns lack a big man, an obvious dig at the 7 feet 0 inches Nurkic. The Suns don't have a big man. Kevin Durant is the Suns' big man. They don't have any big man, Green said, as reported by Brett Siegel of Clutch Points. Despite both teams' disappointments, Green's rivalry with Nurkic seemingly persists beyond the season following a public altercation between the two in December. Draymond Green, Golden State Warriors player, and Jusuf Nurkic, Phoenix Suns player. Rivalry between Draymond Green and Jusuf Nurkic. While Draymond Green has been involved in his fair share of on-court scuffles and controversies, including putting Minnesota Timberwolves center Rudy Gobert in a chokehold during a game in November 2023, Green received one of the longest non-drug-related suspensions in NBA history for striking Jusuf Nurkic in December. In the third quarter of a Warriors game against the Suns, Green, seemingly frustrated by Nurkic grabbing him, swung his right arm wildly. In doing so, Green hit Nurkic in the head, sending the towering Bosnian to the floor. Initially called for an offensive foul, Green received a flagrant 2 and was ejected from the game after review. Following the game, Green stated that he had no intention of hitting Nurkic, whom he apologized to. "I thought he was grabbing my hip and I was trying to sell the call, and I made contact with him," Green said. "As you know, I'm not one to apologize for things I intended to do, but I apologized to Jusuf Nurkic because I didn't have the intention of hitting him. If I look at every replay of everything, a replay is never going to look good," Green continued. "But I know my intentions, and my intentions were to sell the call. I also don't think I'm accurate enough of a puncher to do a complete 360 and connect with someone. So it's unfortunate." Nurkic said after the game that Green needs help regarding Green's altercation with Gobert about a month prior. "What's going on with him? I don't know. Personally, I feel like that brother needs help," Nurkic said. "I'm glad he didn't try to choke me. At the same time, it has nothing to do with basketball." Since then, and after Green sat out for 16 games as part of an initially indefinite suspension that officially ended after 12 games, the two players have continued to take shots at each other. When the Warriors and Suns faced off again in February, the players taunted each other with very small gestures and then used their post-game comments to further the rivalry. "It's sad. He hasn't learned anything," Nurkic said. "Just a matter of time. He's going to hit somebody again. Take back everything I said. He doesn't deserve a chance." Green then said on his podcast that Nurkic, whom he called a 300-pound softie who can't finish games, talked nonsense and delivered cheap shots against him during the game. "I don't know, I found it very strange to question my character because I destroyed you on the basketball court," Green said. "But frankly, I'm a 4-time All-Star, 4-time champion, I should be destroying you on the basketball court."